Hi everybody, I hope you're all doing well. This is my first official YouTube video. I'm shaking inside, this is so exciting.
Okay, I'm literally sitting here editing this and I just realized here I am saying all this stuff, but I didn't even say my freaking name. But hello everybody, my name is Nika Burnaby.
This is something that I wanted to do for literally years. I remember watching YouTube before it was even mainstream or cool, or if it was like even embarrassing to admit that you watched vlogs. I remember a lot of my friends and family didn't understand when they'd see me watching these videos before everyone just had their own iPhone, so it'd be on the public computer and they'd be like, you just watch people walk about their lives during their day or just whatever videos, makeup videos, etc., skits. And yeah, it just always held a super special connection to me. I feel like not only did they make a means of entertainment, but just the sense of community and connection that you feel from some of these people. I hope to build that with you guys. And I also love the creative aspect of it. I'm really excited to learn more about video editing and the tech side of it. It's frustrating for me because I definitely have a vision of what I see in my head, but it's hard to know all the technical things running into it. But anyways, yeah, I am super excited and it's taken me a lot of courage to get here. For a long time I was in denial, thinking it's a lot to put yourself out there like this, or now that it's taken me so long to do this, I was scared because I'm like, what if people think that you're a bandwagoner? It's oversaturated, but you know what? It's something that I feel really passionate about. And yeah, I'm excited to go on this journey, and I would really appreciate if you would subscribe and support my channel because we're gonna be doing a lot of fun stuff here. Which brings me to telling you a little bit about myself. I thought I would start this off with doing a get to know me tag. And yeah, I just thought it was just a good idea, just so you can kind of get a vibe for my personality. I plan for this channel to be lifestyle, fitness, and beauty channel. I'd love to get into vlogging. I have a crazy family and friend group.
Someone who did it?
Even the videos that I post on my Instagram get a lot of response, so I'm really excited to share that part of my life. So anyways, let's hop into this tag. So it says, where do you currently live? I am Canadian. I live in Edmonton, Alberta. And we used to be known for having the largest mall in the world. Now we don't, but it's cool. If you guys don't know, it's called West Edmonton Mall. It's got a pirate ship, it's got a theme park,
a water park, golf, a skating rink.
So hot. It's crazy. A West Side kid, grew up there, all my friends had jobs there. My very first job was at the mall, and it was at Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory. You know, your girl was basically a chocolatier. Really cool first job, chocolatier, I'll take it. Cats or dogs, oh my gosh, this is so funny. Because growing up, I did not like cats. I just misunderstood them like a lot of people did, and just their standoffish personalities. Like my auntie had a cat named Chester that was literally the child of Satan. That's a little dramatic. But he used to scare me as a kid, and yeah, he was just not very social, not very nice. So for a long time, I wasn't about cats. And I grew up with a dog, my childhood dog, Lucky. She was a Shih Tzu Maltese. She's sadly passed away, but she was the light of my childhood. I grew up with her and like a lot of dogs in my family. But fast forward to now, a lot of my friends and family cannot believe that I have 2 cats. Pretty crazy. So I love them both. And what I've learned about cats is, just because my boyfriend kind of convinced me to get cats, just right now our lifestyle isn't really fitted to have a dog, and plus we live in an apartment. But he's just like, they will bond with you. They're just a bit more selective and they take more time. And it's so true, because both my cats are so sweet, so affectionate, but they just take longer to trust you than dogs. So again, I think people just assume that they're mean, but they're really not. So I have to say both now. Funniest moment throughout high school. Oh my God, there was a ton. But one thing that stands out and that is iconic, I'm going to find it. Actually, I think I see it. Long story short, one of the most iconic moments ever was at my high school. There was a basketball tournament called Mike Day. At the end of the tournament, I think it was like 3 days or so, there would always be a really big party after. And so my best friend ended up going to a different school than me. So I really wanted her to come. I told her, like, you have to come. Like, you cannot miss out on this party. It's gonna be amazing. And her parents were a little bit on the strict side, respectfully. But I was like, okay, I'm desperate. I need you to be there. We have to like experience this together. And no word of a lie, your girl pulled some like Spy Kids business. I made a fake field trip form. I'm deceased at how good of condition this is in because my tax forms don't even look like this, you know? My passport doesn't even look this mint. I found the skull crest, all the information, name of the event. Under supervision. They should have known that was like for sure a lie. I was trying way too hard. But I was really impressed with how the bottom looked. The parent signature. This is how all the forms look.
I'm very proud of this to this day, if that's not messed up to say.
Titled like a wake-a-thon, which our school had done in the past. If you're not familiar with what that is, it's just like a charity event where you raise money to participate in it and then you stay awake for 24 hours for charity, which I've actually participated in. So it's not 100% of a lie. However, for this day it was. We look back at it because, you know, it was cute, fun, young, reckless things. Nothing bad happened. We didn't do drugs or anything. You know what I mean? It was just something cute and a little memory, and it's more endearing than anything, but that was pretty funny. You know what's even more funny, speaking of like high school and just that phase of life? Fun fact, not only, my friends and I joke now, so on the first day of grade 8, my boyfriend at the time, even though we like didn't even hang out, dumped me, like first day of grade 8, so that was humiliating, whatever. Get to high school, so there was a guy that, like, again, like saying dated lightly because we were so young, but we just like had a crush on each other. But I remember my boyfriend after that guy in grade 9, I was going to high school and I was just like, ooh, coming in with a boyfriend. Start high school, he dumps me on the first day too. It's really funny now that I think of it now.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Yeah, it's really funny. It's cool, it's funny, and like I still see him to this day. He's a really cool guy, but I don't blame you. You got a new babe pool, whatever, but. Do you have any siblings? Yes, I do. So I'm the oldest. Great, it sucks. No, it doesn't anymore, but growing up it did. I swear the younger siblings got away with everything. Is that just me? Anyways, yeah, I have a brother who is 2 years younger than me. His name is Brandon. And then get this, I have a sister. Her name is Penny. And we have a 20-year age gap because my parents had me at a very, very young age. I think they were only 19 or something like that. And so when my dad got married down the road and had another kid, she's a little ginger. She's so cute. I love her to death. We got a 20-year age gap, so if anything, I feel like the cool auntie, but she is so cool. I love her. Funny side story. You'll never believe this. So this was a couple years ago when I was in university, and I met my roommate at the time. This is before we were roommates, but anyways, sitting beside me, she introduces me to her sister, and she says, yeah, this is my sister, blah, blah, blah. And I said, oh, that's awesome. Like, I have a brother. I'm like, I've always also wanted a sister. And I paused and I said,
Oh my gosh. Actually, I lied. I do have a sister. She was literally born last week.
It's just funny, just because, again, it's easy to disconnect, just because, you know, if you're not growing up with your sibling, you don't live at home. I just thought that was so funny. But shout out to you, Penny. You are not forgotten. Okay, the next question is, are you an extrovert or an introvert? And I would say I am an extrovert. Growing up, though, I used to be so shy. It really sucked because I didn't like not being comfortable in my own skin. But after I found competitive cheerleading, that changed the game for me, because I always had a little inner performer in me. You know, growing up in the age of Britney Spears and all these pop stars, I remember, and keep in mind, like I said, my parents were quite young when they had me, so that's, pop music was blasting my but anyways, I remember always being in the bathroom and like in secret dancing to especially Britney Spears and wanting to perform. But it's funny what you unintentionally manifest, because I was always such a daydreamer. I still am to this day, and it's funny how it's kind of gone full circle, because I went from cheerleader to now burlesque dancer, and that's basically Pussycat Dolls, Britney Spears energy all around that. So it's super cool. A lot of the things that I used to imagine, and I just wanted to be powerful and sexy like these iconic women. I wanted to feel like that, so I've gained some confidence. Obviously, sometimes I don't feel my most confident, but it's definitely improved, and I am a social butterfly, and yeah, I'm an extrovert. The odd time I do get a little shy, but I still am really talkative, so yeah, it still makes me an extrovert. Okay, so next question is, what are your favorite hobbies? So I have a few. Well, for one, my love language is quality time. So I'm a people person. I really thrive off of being around people. So if I have free time, I love to spend it with my friends and family, and obviously my boyfriend. I'm huge on that. I'm super family oriented and all about connecting with people. So a setting like that is something that I love in my free time. Like I said, I'm part of a burlesque dance group, so I like to dance and perform. We do gigs around the city and whatnot. What else? I like to cuddle with my cats, so that's eat snacks. And you know what? I'm gonna live up to this, because there's no shame. People act like watching TV is terrible and you shouldn't do it, but I'm sorry, I freaking love watching TV, okay? When I have time to just settle down, find a new show on Netflix and binge it.
Like, I love it. Like,
People act like they should be ashamed that they watch TV, but you know what? I'm here to change that. Let's all, our TV watchers, let's freaking go.
Let's freaking go.
Okay, what are your pet peeves? I will tell you. And you know what? I'm a pretty laid back, chill person, but there's things that do irritate me, so don't come for me. But one of my biggest pet peeves is when people are arrogant and condescending. I'm a huge believer in it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So if you're rude, bye. I also can't stand when people eat really loud and gross. I just, ugh. And another thing, I hate when people say no offense, because you usually say something offensive. So why are you saying that? You're a liar. Stop lying to yourself.
If you know how I feel, why would you say that? Like, you put me in such an uncomfortable situation. Like, you know I'm not happy, you know.
If you won the lottery, what would you do? So, obviously, aside from the obvious paying your bills and stuff, quitting your job, I'm a type of person that, like I said, my love language is quality time, and I really value experiences. So my dream would be to take all my closest family and friends, get a private jet, a freaking yacht, anything like that, and just travel a bunch of places. Like, that would be the dream, just to have the people that mean the most to me in my life. Like, I know this sounds like, oh, world peace, like Miss Universe answer, but I'm genuinely serious. There's nothing more that I feel happier than with being around people that I really care about and just having so much fun and laughing all the time. So yeah, I would love to take like my closest people in my circle and just go out there and eat a bunch of food, try a lot of things that I've never done, cliff dive, something crazy like that, experience things and do things. So
of just realizing stuff, and everyone around me, we're all just like realizing things.
Yeah. Your favorite drink? Honestly, I love pop, so Coke or Diet Coke is my favorite. Most likely I'll drink Diet Coke because the sugar content in regular Coke always makes me break out, so it sucks, but I actually like Diet Coke equally now. It's kind of an acquired taste, but I really do like it. And also the vanilla Diet Coke, listen, don't sleep on it. It is so good. But maybe for alcoholic beverage, I love sangria, I love wine, I love gin, I love Fireball. Your favorite movie? You know what's so funny and embarrassing. My boyfriend always makes fun of me for this all the time, is I'm the worst at picking favorites because I'm that person. I'm always like, nothing's black and white, everything's gray. So it's hard for me to pick a singular favorite, but I have a few favorite movies and I'll list them right now. White Chicks, so funny. My brother and I used to watch that on repeat growing up. Amazing. Princess Diaries 1 and 2, bangers of films, okay? I was ready to pack my bags to take the throne of Genovia if Mia was going to give it up. But let me tell you right now, She's the Man, that's an awesome movie. You know, growing up, I don't even know if this movie's out, but back when like Blockbuster and rental places were around, my childhood best friend and I loved From Justin to Kelly. It's a musical spring break movie about Kelly Clarkson and like the 3 other contestants that were on American Idol, and they made this movie. It's amazing. I'm a High School Musical fan till this day, till I die. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days too, also so good.
Oh hey, it's me again. I also forgot to mention I love Rush Hour 2. The second one is the best of the trilogy. And also I love all the Shrek movies. They're all so good, but number 2 is my favorite. But all of them are complete bangers as well.
Did you play any sports growing up? So for about 8 years, I want to say, I was heavily involved in competitive cheerleading. I originally started in high school, and then I did club teams after, and those are some of the best memories ever. And what I love now, it's so exciting seeing that show Cheer on Netflix, because it really shows what the sport is about and how hardcore it is. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. And yeah, because it's always been really big and celebrated in the US, but in Canada up until recently, maybe even like 4 years ago, I would say, it wasn't really to that caliber, or the athleticism wasn't really recognized. So yeah, I was heavily involved in that. And then up until now, I'm still involved in extracurricular activities. I love to perform, like that's my passion. I'm part of a burlesque dance group. We're called the Pinner Uppers, if you want to check us out on Instagram. I'm all about female empowerment, also male empowerment. That's something I would love to touch base on. Your girl is a thriving, a proud feminist, but not with the connotation, of course, of hating other genders. That's not it, but I'm just about uplifting, and yeah, I can't wait to touch base on that. Man, some of these questions are getting deep, but this is good. I kind of want this to be an all-encompassing video, whether it's lighthearted or a little bit heavier. But this question says, what/who has left the most impact on your life? 100% comes to mind. That is my mom. She passed away in 2015. And you know, it was really hard going through my early 20s of how confusing that can be, and all the other crazy stuff that was going on in my life, to have to go through that without her. She was someone that I was really close to growing up. We had such a crazy friendship, you know. She felt almost like a big sister sometimes, and we get that all the time in public. Oh, this is your mom, I thought she was your sister. Sorry, I'm all choked up. Yeah, obviously I think about her every day, and she's really shaped me to be the person that I am, and she was always so supportive. She even showed up to one of my cheer competitions with a picture of me on the front, and it said "Go Nika." My brother got a matching one. He actually even wore that to school, which I thought was so cute. And then on the very back of the shirt, she had a picture of me and one of my best friends, Steph, on it, and it was just a cute picture of us. Yeah, she was just my biggest supporter. She's left a huge impact on my life, whether it's from past experience, but even till today. It's obviously so hard going through this crazy life, and just even everything right now with COVID and the new norm, with everything going on in the world, without her. But having to live my life without her, I want to honor her legacy and do things that she didn't get to do and whatnot. So yeah, I just think that is very impactful, and just her whole life story and how things panned out for her, and things that she went back to do fearlessly. You know, I mentioned she had me at a young age, and she decided in her 30s she finally had the time and built up the confidence to have the courage to go back to school to pursue social work. Again, it leaves a lot of impact on my life, and I'm sorry. And I'm really lucky to have those memories. So heart goes out to you. Is anyone watching this that has lost someone that's close in their life or a parent? So yeah, but you know what? Resilience, we got this. Let's end off on this question. It says, if you had a daughter, what would you name her? Guys, as I said before, I was obsessed and still am with Princess Diaries, so it would be Mia. I always love that name. I just think it's so beautiful, and my mom also loved that name too. So yeah, I think it'd be cute to like honor her in that. But I think it's just a cute and pretty name. And then I can break the news to her that she's the Princess of Genovia. Anyways, that is all the questions that I'm gonna do today. Thank you so much for watching, and like I said, if you could, I would really appreciate if you subscribe down below. It really helps to support and build this channel. This has been something I wanted to do for a long time. It's taken me a lot of courage to get here. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, got to know me a little better. I will definitely be doing more of these videos down the road, and like I said, I also want to do vlogging eventually, because I want you to really get to know me. I am an open book, and I want this to be a place of connection, of fun, of love, positive energy. Feel free to also follow me on Instagram. It's below. It's at Nix143. Some of my family and friends call me Neeks or Nix, and I'm a person that loves nicknames. If people make up nicknames for me, I find it so endearing and I love it, so that's why I made my Instagram name that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I cannot wait to upload more. Take care.